guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we're here to talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
the on the front of this
right?
one. It's just Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yep, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix.
On Netflix.
It actually came out today.
Yeah.
February 18th, Friday, February 18th.
I think that might be the first big horror franchise that exclusively went to a streaming service.
Really?
I feel like it has to be, right?
I don't know.
Unless you count Halloween going to Peacock, but that also went to theaters. This one didn't go to theaters.
True,
it's just on Netflix.
Yeah. So we just finished it. And I think we have some thoughts to share with you all. But before we do that.
This is your first time joining us here on Married with Media. Hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Also be sure to like this video. And if you've got some thoughts on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the franchise, this movie, whatever you want to comment, just leave it.
You have to
leave it in the comment section below, because this movie seems to be kind of divisive. Have you been seeing some divisive things about the movie?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah. So let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
So first of all, I have to say that I loved that this movie was short and sweet.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice, clean 83 minutes.
Yeah, I am a big fan of that. And just straight away, and like even before we saw it, like leading up to it, the preview or the trailer.
Yeah, you watched some previews. I did not watch any previews. I saw some still images on Instagram and stuff, but that was it.
Yeah, so the trailer, some images from it and everything. But this movie has a lot of great like visuals.
It does.
Yeah.
And the director his name is David Blue Garcia, and he was a cinematographer before.
Gotcha.
So that might be where you're seeing those visuals. He worked on some 18 projects.
Right. There were just so many shots that were just like really visually awesome looking.
Yep.
And so I thought that the movie looked great. And I mean, I just feel like overall, I feel like it lived up to the hype.
Yeah. Going off of what you said, though, I think like your one positive, I don't want to say it's a negative, because the movie did look really good. Yeah. But it was probably like my one kind of glaring negative, because Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one, is just so like raw and realistic. It's not meant to be so clean and shiny and like perfect in its cinematography.
Yeah.
Which this one, like you said, definitely is.
Yeah.
It's a well put together movie. It's a well crafted movie. It just doesn't have that like grit, documentarian style that first one did.
Gotcha. But, yeah. I mean, that's fair enough. But I think that I feel like you could probably appreciate, doing something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it looked great. The story, like I wasn't completely, like into the story, but it wasn't like so terrible that like.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah.
There's goofier ways to get them in the middle of Texas, I think. And I think that this series has definitely, done that before.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly. They're going to this small. Like, why would these kids want to go to this town in Texas and remake it and redo it up and all this stuff?
Yeah.
That kind of didn't make any sense, but I don't know.
It was definitely like a kind of I don't know what you call it, like woke.
Yeah.
I mean, would you call it that? Like they were talking kind of about like gun control.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that, but again, I wouldn't say it was overtly woke. I still don't even like to use that, because I just don't know what it means, I guess.
There was a reason, that they were like anti-gun or whatever.
I thought it added that Elsie Fisher, who was also in the movie 8th Grade, which is a great A24 movie if you haven't seen it. I liked her character's backstory. I thought that played into...
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because it's definitely part of the movie.
Yeah, I thought her trauma played into, this new trauma very nicely. And I liked how they brought in, Sally from the first one. Yeah. I thought that was going to kind of be a little silly. bringing her back, because like she's not like a Laurie Strode or a Nancy from Friday the 13th, like, or not Friday the 13th, but Nightmare on Elm Street. She was in the first Texas Chainsaw movie. She didn't really have any depth through her character, no real character traits, and she gets away at the end. So bringing her back doesn't really mean a whole lot, but I'll say this. I like the way that they dealt with her PTSD better than I did Laurie Strode in Halloween and Halloween Kills, the new ones. It actually makes more sense because she went through way more crap than Laurie Strode did in the first Halloween movie.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that it was a lot of fun, and
I thought it kicked ass. To be honest, I really enjoyed it.
What did you think about the kills?
I thought the kills were awesome.
Yeah,
I thought the kills were awesome. And this is what, like, because I had a problem with Halloween Kills. I wasn't the biggest fan of that movie. It had some good kills too, and some people would be like, "Shut your brain off, enjoy the movie."
Yeah.
I don't know. This is where this franchise, I guess, and Halloween differs for me. I'm not so precious about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. To me, Texas Chainsaw Massacre's got one great film, and it's the first one. I like the remake. I like the sequel. A lot of the other sequels aren't that great. So, you know, I just didn't really have that much high expectations for this as I did Halloween movies.
I feel like you've talked about this before, though. Not all of the Halloween movies are good either, though.
Not all the Halloween movies are good either.
But it's because you personally like Halloween.
I have a greater personal attachment to Halloween.
So that doesn't mean that it's actually better.
And I think that Halloween has just been a franchise that's more story driven, I guess, than Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if that makes any sense. None of the continuity in Texas Chainsaw Massacre really makes any sense. Like, you go from the first one to the second one, and it's just so, like, tonally different. And, like, all the characters from the first one are just different. So there's, like, no consistency anyway. But
then again, you get into, with the Halloween, like, they...
In Halloween, they were like, we're going to start over. We're going to really build this story, and it's going to be great. And then the movie's just not good.
Yeah, so you can't really say
and that. And I actually enjoyed this story better than Halloween Kills, to be honest.
But, I mean, we're not really talking about Halloween, but...
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place. But, look, I thought this movie was pretty badass. I want to be honest. I might have liked it more than Scream.
Yeah, it's really funny because I feel like I've seen some people who like really didn't like it, and I'm like, I everybody's different, but I guess I don't really get it. I feel like that it was I
thought it was awesome, to be honest. Like, I'm trying to contain myself, but I don't want it to be like overhyped.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow I'm like, that wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But I definitely liked it more than Halloween Kills and Candyman, and I think I might have liked it more than Scream.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as far as like all the reboots and stuff, this one might be my favorite because it did have that Fede Alvarez, who directed the Evil Dead remake and Don't Breathe.
Okay.
Produced this, and I felt a little bit of that like gruesome, just raw, brutal style in this. Right. You know, that bus scene was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I thought it was fantastic.
Without like, you know, spoiling too much, but like also spoiler alert, I just want to like go into like the visuals again, because for me that was like the thing that I enjoyed most about it, was just how it looked and stuff. And like with the kills, like there were just a lot of like really cool shots, like the bus, like that whole scene was really like just like epic. And like there's a scene where a guy goes into the kitchen, and it's one of those, there's like the flap doors that like go back and forth, and so like you get this scene where the doors, like, you know, it's been pushed so it like flaps open, and each time it flaps open you see Leatherface like, you know, hitting the guy or whatever. Now
that in and of itself is a little bit of a callback to the first one, because he drags that guy in the back room and hits him in the head and shuts the door real quick.
Right. Yeah, there were just a lot of like really cool scenes that I just appreciated. And so I definitely recommend checking this out. We had a great time with it. I
did. All the kills, I thought they were all just, they just didn't hold back.
Yeah.
You know, I really appreciate that. I didn't feel like anything held back.
So being so high on this, what would you give it?
I don't know. Like I was thinking about before we came in here. I was like, I gave Scream a 3.5 out of 5. I was feeling a 4 out of 5 again, but I don't want to like overhype it.
Yeah.
I feel like in a month I'm gonna be like, that wasn't as good as I said it was. There's definitely problems with this movie. It's not like a masterpiece or anything.
Right.
But I had a ton of fun with it.
Right.
So I don't know. Right now I think I'm feeling a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I am like leaning that way too.
Yeah.
Which seems kind of like crazy saying it out loud.
I haven't honestly had this much fun with a horror movie since *Malignant* last year.
Okay, wow. Yeah.
I like *Malignant* more, but this one, it was pretty damn fun. I liked it.
Yeah. I'm going to say 4 out of 5 too.
Yep. I mean, I'm a horror fan. I got the Friday the 13th shirt on. This movie it satisfies all your like raw, visceral horror needs.
Yeah.
In a good way.
And also, just circling back to the visuals again, because I clearly can't shut up about them, but I forgot to mention it, and it's really important. But the whole like sunflower field.
Yep.
That scene was just really cool too. Like just seeing, Leatherface and the dead sunflowers.
And again, we talked about this, like, because I didn't watch the trailers. All I saw was that everybody keeps making a meme out of that online. Yeah. So I didn't know that was an actual scene until we saw it in the movie, and he like pops up, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's real.
Yeah, it's just another.
It wasn't as goofy in the movie as it looked,
right?
I guess.
No, it was just like very creepy, and like you kind of see him walk out of the sunflower field, and then there's like a storm coming. I don't know. It was just obviously,
and that is another thing. This movie, I'm not saying it was really scary or anything, but like there were moments where there were some jump scares. And there was some genuinely like creepy scenes and moments, I feel like. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So there you have it, guys.
Leatherface runs in this movie. Yeah. So that was cool to see. Yeah. He's done it before, but I always like my Leatherface running a little bit. Little sprint in his step is always nice.
Yep. So there you have it. We apparently loved the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we think that you should check it out.
I gave Jack and Jill a 2 out of 5, so like my movie taste is just out the window at this point.
Please. It's all about enjoyment factor, and
you rate movies in context of what they are and what they aim to achieve. And this movie aimed to achieve a fun horror sequel.
Yep.
I thought it was good.
So there you have it, guys. Go check out the Texas Chainsaw Massacre this weekend on Netflix, and let us know.
You don't have to go to the theater. It's right there. It's right there on you just have to sit down on your couch and boot up Netflix. Everybody has Netflix.
Yep. So check it out and let us know what you think down in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.
See y'all later.